distance and I'm like, do I turn back? Do I continue to do
You should have ducked me this morning.
No, but I couldn't do that to Dwayne, although he did that to me last week. I had a lovely show with
Yeah,
you
you know,
anyway. But
you know,
I'm happy to have him back.
ducking means that I did not show up without notification.
Right.
I gave you ample notice.
I mean, night before is okay, but we'll take
Okay,
it.
again, ample.
Alright, so before we continue, Dwayne, we'll have our news in 90 seconds by Alia Balgovins.
Thank you, Natalia and Dwayne. Here's your news in 90 seconds for Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. At the inaugural handing over of the parade for newly appointed Police Commissioner Alistair Guveru, he delivered a passionate address highlighting his journey and commitment to restoring pride and integrity in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Guveru commended former Acting Police Commissioner Junior Benjamin for his steady leadership and acknowledged that defining choices shaped his path, urging officers to be role models. Guveru stressed the importance of personal integrity and parental responsibility. Vowing to confront school violence head-on, he noted that his crime plan would first be presented to his executive and framed the moment not as a personal milestone, but as a pivotal one for the entire TTPS, calling for unity and a collective effort moving forward. Finance Minister Devendra Tanku will present the mid-year budget review today at 1:30 p.m. Following the Standing Finance Committee's approval of a $3.14 billion supplementation package for 28 expenditure areas. Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar, speaking at a post-cabinet briefing on May 29th, emphasized the importance of reallocating funds to ensure smooth government operations through the fiscal year. She acknowledged the challenges of managing finances under a new administration and reaffirmed accountability, stating that all public officials must remain open to criticism or praise. The review will address critical funding needs across agencies and departments. Roxborough Secondary School showcased Tobago's athletic dominance at the 2025 Secondary Schools Track and Field Championships. Retaining both boys and girls title, Carifta standout O'Shea Cummins starred with gold in the girls under-17 800-meter and 3,000-meter events. Carifta athletes Darius Hardin, Alex Sipasad, and twins Tanique and Tyreek Vincent also impressed. Roxborough amassed 325 points boys and 274 points girls, sealing their dominance. Bishop's Anstey and Curacy also captured relay golds, while sprinters Tesdale and Sipasad secured 200-meter victories. In field events, Keelan Potts and the Vincent twins added multiple goals to their school totals. And that was your news in 90 seconds.
All right, thank you, Alia, for news in 90 seconds.
Certainly.
Right. And you know, it's everyone's favorite part of the morning, and that is our birthday greetings. So we'll start. I'm very excited for these two, Dwayne. How are you feeling about them?
I'm feeling normal, man. Except the is the last one?
I'm taking the last one.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
But I guess you and the first one have a special relationship.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Right, so let's go over to our birthdays this morning. Who do we have up
A
first?
special birthday greeting goes out to Mr. Jared Bernard. Happy birthday goes out to you from the Tobago Updates family, and hear from us on Youth Wednesdays. You need to be here on time, right? And if you're giving the people and them cake, make sure the cake does not melt. All right, and the ice cream as well. They have high expectations of you. So happy birthday goes out to you, Mr. Jared, and enjoy your day. Who do we have next?
Well, I'm waiting for it. It's there. All right, so happy birthday, a very special happy birthday to my auntie. Well, I posted Monica Dennis, that is her former name, but my auntie Beryl. A special happy birthday to you. I could not leave you out today. I mean, you feed me all the time. This is why she calls me E.T. That is only reserved for my aunt. Please and thanks. Please don't call me that in public. But happy birthday to my aunt who looks out for me all the time, who is always there sending prayers up for me. Auntie, a happy birthday to you today.
Right, so that is all for birthdays today. For those of you who did not make it to our list this morning, we still want to wish you a happy birthday and a blessed day. So we have quite a packed rundown for you this morning. You know, it's the producer is rushing me this morning because he too is excited to see what is in the rundown this morning, as if he did not prepare it himself. However, we want to go straight to our rundown. And who do we have first on our list?
We have the one and only, the exciting Mr. Keelan Whitlock. He's the coordinator of Tobago XAI workshop, and we'll be hearing a little bit about Tobago XAI today from him. I'm very excited to do this interview. Keelan always brings the sass and the zazz, so I'm just waiting for the razzle dazzle with Keelan this morning. Who do we have up next right after Keelan?
You know, last week, a couple of days ago, we witnessed the debate, the primary plenary debate surrounding Tobago's autonomy with some, you know, very noble primary school students, and we just want to do a post-mortem with them surrounding that event. You know, the Tobago autonomy question, I don't really like to call it that, but it is what it is. It's quite a very pivotal topic in my mind and for Tobago, and to see young primary school, you know, be involved in something so momentous, I think it's something that is worthy of recognition. So we're going to be delving into that. And last but not least, who do we have?
We have Hannah Rose Alfred. She's a yoga instructor. I think a lot of us are familiar with Hannah, right?
No,
but she'll be... You're not familiar with
but
Hannah?
you know, because...
I'm very familiar.
Who will be doing that interview, by the way?
You will be doing that interview.
Okay, you know,
right, so this morning is the morning you get familiar with Hannah. She'll be speaking to us about a free yoga class.
Oh, I think I need that.
That is where she is most known, for her yoga. Yeah. So you all have a lot in store this morning to listen to. We have a lot to bring to you this morning. So I really do hope you stay tuned with us and share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Spring. Contact 49 Swift 4979 438.
Are you ready to celebrate the essence of Crusoe Land and the culture of Tobago? Well, get ready for Tobago Day in New York City, hosted by the Tobago Empowerment and Alliance Mission, Sunday, August 17, 2025, Nazareth High School Courtyard, 475 East 57th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 12 noon to 8 p.m. We bring the Tobago vibes to the Big Apple. Live music, Tobago food, cultural performances, and family fun. So bring Tanty, Granny, the uncle, invite the whole neighborhood. Just bring everybody and bring your significant other too. Come celebrate Tobago Day in New York City, Sunday, August 17th, Nazareth High School Courtyard. But hey, I forget to tell all you, it's we 10th anniversary celebration. For more information, call 929-327-7857 or check Team's Facebook and Instagram pages, Team Tobago Day.
Tobago. This is your chance to lock in the brunch experience of the summer. Sun Up.
Real bad girl, get nasty.
The Brunch Inclusive Edition, the ultimate party in the East, where vibrant flavors, refreshing cocktails, and electrifying vibes collide. It's happening on Saturday, July 5th from 3 p.m. at Deltec Compound, Argyle. Bring your coolers, bring your crew, and brunch, sip, and vibe in style. This is the flavorful escape you've been waiting for. Grab your tickets now at Barcode, Harblow Supermarket, Lost Restaurant and Lounge, Deltec Compound, and committee members. Sun Up. It's more than a brunch. It's an experience.
With Flow Business's new smart solutions, powered by super fast, reliable broadband, you'll feel like there are more versions of you working for you. From website design, development, and digital marketing to promote your business, 24/7 business class support to cloud solutions, security, and more. Multiply your growth today.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
We are back here on Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates with that first exciting interview that I told you about. Everybody knows Keelan Whitlock. Everybody knows Keys. But do we know about Tobago XAI? I mean, this is a new on-stream workshop that Keelan will be working on, and he'll be presenting to the public. He'll tell you, we'll get more into the details as we go along. But of course, we want to know what it's about, who it caters to, if you are involved. I know, Tobagoans want to be in everything, salt. But, he'll describe to you what it is and what we can expect from this workshop. So good morning to you, Keelan.
Thank you so much for having me. Tobago Updates feels like home.
Yes, of course it is.
To be back home. Yeah.
Right.
Tobago XAI is the first of its kind creative lab on the island, and it is geared towards artists, creators, designers, storytellers, and also entrepreneurs who are interested in using AI and AI tools to be integrated into their practice.
Okay.
The workshop takes place on this Saturday at the Tobago Information Technology Limited. They've actually partnered with us to execute this program.
Okay.
So it is really just an opportunity for us to be able to look at how we create and not be left behind.
Right.
And be able to use these tools to our advantage.
Okay. All right, so we have a lot to expect from Tobago XAI.
Yes.
As you said, a creative awakening.
Yes.
So, in light of that subtopic, that sub-headline there, what inspired you really to start Tobago XAI workshop?
Okay, well, I mean, the world is having conversation regarding AI, and this provides an opportunity for us to not be left behind. Right. Outside of that, in September 2023, I enrolled in the Berg School of Communication in Sweden. And on my first day walking into class, the lecturer said to me, "You use AI for this program. It is expected that you use AI tools. We encourage you to use AI integration into your design, into your concepts, etc." And I had a panic attack.
Oh my. Is it because you heard the word AI? Or
literally,
Yeah.
And actually not been introduced to any of these concepts before. Not using any tools before, to then being one of the students in class that actually did presentations to the entire school on AI.
Right.
You know, just adapting the tools quickly. I don't want us to be, more of us to be in those types of positions.
Okay.
You know, AI and AI conversations and inventions and products and so are increasing rapidly. And as I was saying, this just provides us the opportunity to at least have the information. It doesn't mean that after this workshop, you may walk away being a believer, you know. It may mean that you would say, I'm actually not interested in using any AI tools, but at least we have the opportunity to have conversation and be exposed to what is available.
Okay. So, excuse me, I had the cold last week.
Yes.
What do we expect from Tobago XAI? Now, you mentioned a few things, and I think it's very important to note. We are going into the AI generation.
Right.
Now, the orange economy, this is mainly where this comes from, streaming from. You all now have to, well, not have to, but you all are now making a choice to go from using your hands in the creativity to using, especially technology, your mind, moving from having to put your fingers in certain ways to just tapping a screen to have everything done. Keelan, I know.
I'll listen to you. Because truth is, a lot of people think that is the main concept. But I also want to disagree in some way.
Right.
Because these tools require you to do as much work to get from them what you need.
Right.
You know? You have to conceptualize, you have to design, you still have to imagine.
Yes.
And punch this information in, and then wait for this tool to provide you with the information to be able to possibly code. And there are still a lot of cases where the output is not what you want, you know. Truth is, AI is still very much in the testing beta phase,
stages,
you know. So it is what we do with these tools now will kind of impact and influence what happens, you know. I like to try to encourage artists to not feel like you depend on these tools, but it is tools that are available for us to co-work. I have a friend who made a statement to me some years ago, and he said his dad said to him that there are 3 things that you use: a tool, a fool, and a mule.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And in that moment when he said it to me, I actually had to figure out there and then which one of these things I was.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
And it is very much how I look at the tools that are available to us. You know, they are here for us to use. And that is what this conversation is really about. Presenting the tools to the artists, storytellers on the island, and being able to use our culture as code, our dance as data, and our heritage as like living DNA, you know? So it is not erasing or replacing what exists, but being able to use it in a different way.
Right. So, you know, we're now moving, I don't want to say from a face-to-face to digital platform really, but we are making use of this tool, as you would have mentioned. I love that thing that you just told me.
That's right.
So, I mean, it was very remiss of me to not ask you how it is like as a creative, as a designer, as a photographer, as Keys, to now be shifting to an AI platform, right? So thank you so much for answering that question.
Okay.
Yeah. But what can we really expect from this workshop, and who does it cater to?
Okay, so for sure. The workshop is very much imagine a TED Talk meets a creative sprint meets a creative family reunion, you know?
Yes.
So the day starts with conversation, and we kind of break things down and we debate. I have persons who have registered, and one day workshop has been oversubscribed, and we had to close registration. So thank you to all the persons that registered to be a part of this already. I have some persons who have said, I come into debate because I don't believe and don't support using AI. So it is very much that kind of day we're about to have as well. And then there is some surprises in store. We have a cool project that we will work on together. and actually launch and share with the public right after. So it is actually a lot of working while learning that will happen. And then also we combine with a cool networking mixer.
Okay.
So TED Talk meets work sprint meets networking event.
All right, and you told us what to expect and who gets to attend or who is getting to attend, because as you said, registration is closed.
Right.
I'm a bit disappointed to hear that. I'm not really a creative, but still, you know, the AI debate, it seems to be a big one.
Yes.
Not only just in the orange economy, but in every economy actually.
That's right.
So I'm actually happy. This is really
good.
It's really good.
I mean, if you want to come, I might be able to pull a string.
Oh.
You know, but persons who have registered is from artists, storytellers, designers, there are entrepreneurs, there are persons in the marketing and communication business field who have also registered with different interests. There are persons who have been using tools, will be first-time users, persons who are interested. So we have a nice mix of 60 this weekend.
All right. So we have a lot of things meeting, a lot of things, a lot of people meeting, a lot of people, and people. I mean, if it has not dawned on you as yet, this is a time for you to actually network as well. I mean, there are a lot of creative people coming into one space. Keelan has provided that for you. He has provided a space for you to debate on whether or not you should go forward in AI, whether or not you should stay to the old school ways, as we like to call it. Guys, come on, we need to attend. I mean, the registration is closed, but get in link with Keelan so that he knows, you know, Tobago XAI has to happen again. This workshop has to continuously happen. All right. So let me just give you the details. I mean, I know, as I said, registration is closed. Just going to mention that one more time. Right. But we have Island Creativity Meets Intelligent Innovation. Tobago XAI, A Creative Awakening. Saturday, June 21st, 2025 from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Tobago Information Technology Limited, Signal Hill. Registration, as I said, is closed. You can meet people like Keys, is that GNC Labs, and Syntexus?
That's right.
All right. So we have a lot to meet, a lot of people to meet, a lot of things to do, a lot of debates to happen, a lot of meeting to happen. All right. So Keys Studios, Keelan Whitlock invites you to Tobago XAI 2025. Keelan, thank you so much for joining us here on Tobago Updates. As you said, you are not a stranger here to us. Thank you for bringing it to us first, being the only place that you brought it.
Right.
Wink, wink. All right. Thank you so much for joining us and telling us about Tobago XAI. All the best for you in this this venture. And if that string is pulled, I will be attending. Thank you.
Thank you very much. No worries. Thank you again.
All right. Thank you so much. Viewers, before we go, let me just encourage you to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Tobago. This Labor Day, June 19th, API Music and Timeless Vibes Promotions kicks off Tobago Jazz Music and Golf Weekend 2025 with Plymouth Love, featuring Jazz at Dawn, 6:30 a.m. till noon, with Franz Job, Prince Unique, and much more. Then kicking it old school, 6 p.m. to midnight, featuring Oscar B, Andre J. Donowa, Joe Archer, and a very special guest, K. Alan Maloney, all at Plymouth Tennis Court Car Park. This entire celebration is in support of K's medical expenses. Just $200 per event, or experience both events for only $300. Tickets are available at Barcode, Nanandes Bar, and Island E-Tickets. Events supported by Frankie Tours, Bermuda's Biscuits, Tobago Updates, Street 91.9, Radio Toco, Stone Tower Studio, Eye for Design, and Click. Plymouth Love, one community, sunrise to sunset.
Do you think you know Premier League or Champions League football? What about international cricket or the IPL and CPL? How about NBA basketball? Well, now you can put your skills to work to earn some extra cash by betting on the games with TT Bet Arena. Simply go to our website, choose a sport you want to bet on, find the games and place your bets. And with your computer or mobile device, you can bet from anywhere. Just go to ttbetarena.com, sign up for a free account, make a deposit, and start betting. It's that simple. You can even qualify for our $2,000 sign-up bonus. We also have horse racing, plus live casino games where you can bet using TT dollars. And check our new Tobago location at 7B Milford Road, Crown Point. For more info, call or WhatsApp 494-0634. TT Bet Arena, the #1 sports betting company in Trinidad and Tobago.
Hair goals, we've got them. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy for queens who know exactly what they want.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme.
Well, I want a proper window for me house, yeah? I want no shake thing in my place.
Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces.
We get one wall on the side and we get one hole. You can put a window there, invent something, a window for put there.
At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style.
Well, me meet ya. Me don't know who I'm talking to, but my children, cousin Tofina tell me, for call all you go get proper thing for put there, me don't know.
Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business.
Driven? No, I ain't driving. I get a bus ticket. One of me picnic them will drop me down there. Must bring me down there. Russo Trace Springer down by the place down there.
Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products, it's about relationships. It's about you.
It's all about me? Who's your family? You know Edna and Dorka and them, you know them, but you resemble them Edward boy and them Edward people them you.
Tobago Glass Supplies, Russo Trace Spring Garden, telephone number 639-6266. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Dance Ensemble Tobago presents our signature event, Tobago Dance Sport Championship and Dancing with the Caribbean Stars. Lights, cameras, dance on 12th edition on Saturday the 12th of July, 5 p.m. The Chopin Cultural Complex Auditorium. See our dancers, all ages, compete in waltz, jive, rumba, salsa, mambo, and much more. Our Dancing with the Caribbean Stars. Who will take home the Mirrorball Trophy? Mrs. Tatiana Ned Augustine, the wife of the Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly. Miss Lynette Louis, vocalist entertainer. Mrs. Cassandra Thompson Forbes, journalist and Tobago correspondent. Mr. Javon Carrington, founder and head trainer of Dosfit Studios. And Mr. Julian Skeet, administrator and former TV host. After show, dance party with DJ Santa out of Trinidad. Early bird tickets, adults $200, children $75, and general tickets, adults $250 and children $100. Get your early bird tickets now from Dance Ensemble members, D&D Jewelers at Tobago United Cooperative, Milford the 24 gas station in Canaan, and the Chopin Cultural Complex box office. For more information, you call 772-9049 and 340-5758. You can't miss this one.
Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Viewers, we are back here on Tobago Updates. That's Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates. And of course, the youthful part and the vigor is here for you. Now, we had earlier on our show, probably like 2 months ago or a month ago, we had a young lady come in and tell us about the primary plenary debate that was upcoming and how excited these primary school children were to debate and how they, when she visited, they had so much energy to bring. Now that energy is here this morning. Some of them said they were tired, but they were very excited to be here, very excited to tell you how they brought across their points, how they debated, how they prepared. So I'm just going to hand over to them now. I'll let them introduce themselves, tell me what school they're coming from and what part they played in the debate. So we'll start from Miss Scarborough SDA here.
Good morning. My name is Kenna Jofield. I go to Scarborough SAA Primary School.
And what part did you play in the debate?
I was for Tobago becoming autonomous, and I really liked doing the debates.
And your position?
I was representing Goodwood, Mount Pleasant.
All right.
Mount St. George.
Next.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Shiva Barton and I am representing Lansome Methodist Primary School and I was the majority councillor.
You are okay.
Good morning to you
Good
morning Tobago. I am Kaylee Andrews representing Bell Garden Anglican Primary School and I was the presiding officer.
Now, before the show started, she did mention that she was presiding officer. This was, of course, before we knew her name, and everybody was calling her presiding officer before the show started. So I think she permanently has that position. All right, so we look forward to seeing you as a presiding officer in the future as well. Next.
Good morning, everyone. I am Omar Gift from Bethesda Government Primary School, and I was a minority leader.
Right.
Good morning. My name is Dominique Holland from Pembroke Anglican School and I was the leader of assembly business.
Okay, so we are looking at the future representatives, future leaders, future presiding officers here with us this morning. Now, let me tell you, with all the bravery in their eyes and the excitement, it was their first time doing the plenary debate. So I'm going to ask each of you, how was that first time for you? How was it walking in to the assembly legislature in your dress-ups, your handy dandies? Because I saw some pictures of you all in your nice suits and stuff, right? So how was it walking in, after preparation and stuff?
It was a dream. I feel like I was dreaming because I didn't know that the day was to come. So I felt as though I had wings and I was flying into somewhere where I could be free and explain my points without stopping and with everybody understanding and supporting me on my side.
Okay.
Right. I felt important because everybody, like in the gallery, everybody was just watching on, and like they were so quiet and they applaud for everyone's speech, and I felt like this is a new chapter of my life because I didn't know that I would have been picked to do something like that, but it was very exciting.
Well, to me, I felt really empowered. I felt like the house was really mine. Like if that position was made for me, it made me feel more confident because I'm usually a quiet person. I'm not really loud, shy, that type of stuff. But it made me feel, how do I put it? It made me feel like a leader, like I was in charge of everybody there. And it also changed my mind about a lot of things because growing up, I wanted to be a pediatrician, and now I'm thinking I might get into law or politics because I had such a good experience with it.
All right. This is very. That's a big development there for you. At a very early stage, a lot of us know what we want to be when we grow up, and this is you making this big U-turn to actually get involved in politics. So I look forward to, as I said, I think you will be a very good presiding officer, and I look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Minority Leader, who is not Mr. Calvon Morris, tell us.
Well, at first when I walked into the chamber, it was very nerve-wracking.
Okay.
I really did not expect to see all those people in the visitors gallery, and it really shocked me. But as time went on and time came for me to present, the nerves went away, and I think I did my best.
Okay, your best is what we want. So I'm happy that you did your best. Miss Pembroke.
Well, it felt kind of majestic for me. Because like when I walk in the room, reality just hit me and I was like, I'm really doing this? And so, because I didn't even want to do it at first because I don't like to speak at all. Social anxiety, very hard. And so I was afraid. And even more afraid because before it was my turn, the person I was representing, Ms. Arisha Haggett, she came and sit behind me. So I was very, very scared. But then when I start this speech, I was like, oh my God, I felt weird in a way, but it felt good.
Okay. All right, so each of you had the opportunity to actually showcase your talent in leadership based on a lot of comments over social media, a lot of things surrounding your debates. You all did an excellent job. So a round of applause to you all. You all can clap yourselves. Very good. All right, so what I'm interested to hear about is the points that you all brought across. Now, let me mention to our viewers that the discussion that they had was on Tobago's autonomy. And, you know, I'll try to talk to them before our interview here this morning, and I think it was Chevelle who mentioned her love for certain things in Tobago, so the debate was easy for her. But then someone like Mr. Bethesda over there, right, Minority Leader, he mentioned that it was a bit hard because you do have your love for Tobago, but your job on that day was, your position was to be against in that debate. So how was the debate for you all? What type of points did you all bring across? What position did you hold?
So I was for Tobago becoming autonomous. So my points was about the healthcare system. It was, I wouldn't say fun, but it wasn't boring.
Right.
It was in the middle. So my speech was about the medical
facilities in Tobago.
Yes. So I liked some of the points that my speech had, but some of it, like my dialect I had in the speech, can I say it?
Go ahead.
Like I went pig telling mama in nose long, and mama tell her, I come.
Sorry. Go ahead, Alan.
Yes, that was in my speech. It was a phrase that used to explain that you can, like, the heritage. So, the people saying how they're judging, because some of the people on this island don't know dialect because maybe they transferred from a different country or state. So when they judge, the people, some people from Tobago who were born and raised here will come and stand up behind other people saying you can't judge people's, dialect and stuff so harshly because you weren't there or anything. So yes, that was what my speech was about.
I loved your point, of course, but you know what my favorite part was? The dialects. I mean, when you go to Jamaica, when you go to other Caribbean countries, the citizens, they use their dialect. So why should we be afraid to use ours? So if you want to call your mama and your papa like that, you could go right ahead because that is our dialect here, right? So I'll take 4 points, and then I want to hear from Mr. Minority Leader over here about his point against our autonomy. So, Chevelle.
Well, my point was basically about the festivals, the heritage and the harvest, the blue food, because I am a foodie. I like Greek culture and how we just cook.
I love this girl before this thing. I know I like it for something. We like
so,
Go ahead.
I really passionate about food. So I was talking to my teacher when we was making this speech, and I was like, let me put in our culture and how we does make things. Like, you see how they brew food, we have so many varieties of stuff, and the way how we does cook. So I just included that because I felt like that was going to be an important part in my speech.
All right. So Chevelle presented on food, and I think there is no debate there. Tobagonians make better food. Okay, I'm just going to put that in right there. Right. So you see, we even have the against people smiling at that point because Tobagonians, we make the best food. All right. So Mr. Minority Leader, tell us, why are you against Tobago's autonomy?
Well, in my position, I was made to be against, but deep down in my heart, I was really for. But some of my points that I made was, our beloved Tobago, it is such a small island. Like, it has my friends here taken into consideration that Tobago is a small country and it wouldn't be able to support self-governance by itself, and points such forth were made.
Right. Okay, so this was you see, because he has that love for Tobago and our autonomy deep down in his heart, he could give us 1 point, but thank you for that point, Mr. Minority Leader. Who else was against? Is it you, Miss Pembroke? You weren't against? Miss Presiding Officer, how was it delegating the entire debate? How did you keep it in line? I know a lot of them being passionate might have brought across some points that they needed to, taper down on a little bit. So how was that for you?
Well, to me, I believe everybody was actually well behaved. I don't believe controlling the house was so hard. The only things that I may have to stop was some of the students talking time because they went over. And then when the other members came and asked to give them more speaking time, well, I think the majority had the better chance with that because I don't think anybody in the minority was able to get the extra time. Because obviously the majority against. But it was good. I don't think anybody was out of place. Everything went smoothly. There were no problems. It was good.
And based on everything that I'm hearing here this morning, everyone, including Mr. Pembroke over there, who is smiling, everybody enjoyed the debate. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all next day again, if possible, because I know all of you are in Standard 5, so you all will be going on to high school. But if it has a high school debate, I can look forward to seeing you all in such positions, right? I see Miss Presiding Officer nodding very hard. Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I can. Very confident minority leader there. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us here on Tobago Updates. It was a pleasure having you all. The bright smiles warmed my heart for this wet Wednesday. All right. So, viewers, we have another group coming to talk to you about their experience, and I know you want to hear it. So, before we go, now I'm going to give you all an assignment. It's 5 of you. Talia, you'll be by yourself, right? Unfortunately, you're going to say share the live, you're going to say share the live, and you're going to say share the live. Okay, so viewers, before I go, I just want to let you know to
share the live.
Share the live.
Share the live.
Thank you so much, debaters, for being with us here this morning. Viewers, you heard it here. Share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Hello, New York. Are you ready to celebrate the essence of Crusoe land and the culture of Tobago? Well, get ready for Tobago Day in New York City, hosted by the Tobago Empowerment and Alliance Mission, Sunday, August 17th, 2025, Nazareth High School Courtyard, 475 East 57th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 12 noon to 8 p.m. We bring the Tobago vibes to the Big Apple. Live music, Tobago food, cultural performances, and family fun. So bring Tanty, Granny, the uncle, invite the whole neighborhood. Just bring everybody and bring your significant other too. Come celebrate Tobago Day in New York City, Sunday, August 17th, Nazareth High School Courtyard. But I forget to tell all you, it's we 10th anniversary celebration. For more information, call 929-327-7857 or check Team's Facebook and Instagram pages, Team Tobago Day.
Do you think you know Premier League or Champions League football? What about international cricket or the IPL and CPL? How about NBA basketball? Well, now you can put your skills to work to earn some extra cash by betting on the games with TT Bet Arena. Simply go to our website, choose a sport you want to bet on, find the games and place your bets. And with your computer or mobile device, you can bet from anywhere. Just go to ttbetarena.com, sign up for a free account, make a deposit, and start betting. It's that simple. You can even qualify for our $2,000 sign-up bonus. We also have horse racing, plus live casino games where you can bet using TT dollars. And check our new Tobago location at 7B Milford Road, Crown Point. For more info, call or WhatsApp 494-0634. TT Bet Arena, the #1 sports betting company in Trinidad and Tobago.
Mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
A motion for internal self-government that was moved by Ian Robinson, MP in the Parliament on January 14th of 1977, where he highlighted that Tobago was described as nothing and nowhere in a Barbados Sunday Advocate of September 26, 1976. Why? Just why has no other Caribbean island been a victim of colonial exploitation, neglect, or autonomy? Several misconceptions have been created about its definition and what it really means. So let me start by defining what autonomy for Tobago really means. Contrary to popular belief, or
Mr. Kino Sami wrote, Tobago Bill, an illusion of autonomy. Well said, proper chat, an illusion indeed. In my best super and whereas the youth of Tobago represent the island's future and will be the primary beneficiaries or challengers of any legislative and governance,
we should be able to protect our tourists. They are a critical source of income and opportunity for growth. Imagine
no right thinking, well-meaning citizen who loves and cherishes this beautiful island could ever sit here in this august chamber and reject internal self-government for Tobago. Madam Presiding Officer, that is why I proudly support. Madam Presiding Officer, the Tobago's economy has long been overshadowed by Trinidad, despite our abundant resources. Imagine being labeled as a second.
When young people feel seen, heard, and empowered, they thrive. But for too long, Tobagonians have failed.
To become a true autonomous entity, we must first look at our ability.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand here not just as a voice for Tobago.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning and welcome back to Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates Morning Show. You're bringing us here live in Port Moresby, Tobago. My name is Dwayne Nurse, and this morning I am in the midst of 5 distinguished future leaders of Tobago. You're here to discuss or to continue the discussion surrounding the primary plenary debate surrounding the Tobago autonomy issue. This morning I'm joined with the Honorable Chief Secretary, Miss Zema Chapman. Please smile and wave.
Good morning, everyone of this astounding island of Tobago. My name is Zema Chapman, and I am your Chief Secretary for the 2nd Annual Primary Plenary City. Also a member for Palatavere Lands for Me Space Line. Welcome. Hi.
You know, definitely the Chief Secretary there. And we are joined with also Councillor on the majority side, Miss Kiana Seret.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kiana Seret, and I am the majority councillor.
All right. And we are also joined with Mr. Kaishon Grant, the sole male for this side. He's a representative from Bagatelle, Bacalet. My apologies.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kaishon Grant. I attend Goering Government Primary School, and I am assemblyman for Bagatelle Bagalet.
Yes. Right, and we also have Miss Sydney Paul, member for Plymouth Blackrock.
Sydney Paul.
Paul, my humblest apologies. Go ahead.
My name is Sydney Paul, and I really appreciate it to be here. I am from Westside Prep, and I want just to say that Westside is the best side.
She represented a whole Westside. She should go up for Tobago West. And then last but certainly not least, we have Miss Ruth George, member for Buku Mount Pleasant.
Good morning. My name is Ruth George. My school is Vanakol Government Primary School, and I was the member for Buku Mount Pleasant.
All right. Guys, you are here because you participated in a debate. Let me just take it from Miss Kiana, who's on the further side of from me. What was the debate like? How did it feel to represent your school?
It felt very exciting.
All right.
And I was not really nervous, but it felt like a new chapter of my life.
Right. All right. Do you see yourself getting into politics?
Not really.
All right. That's good. But it certainly was a learning experience for you.
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Miss George?
I felt very privileged to have this opportunity to voice my concern on this topic, and I was very scared first. Most people just think when you're done, say it's done. But I was real scared at the end because I was thinking like, how could I do better? How could I stress on this one?
So you was doing your own postmortem of yourself so that you seeing what areas you could have improved in your debate. Were you for or against the Tobago autonomy issue?
Against.
All right, and we're going to get some more into that later. Mr. Kaishon Grant, what was it like, representing your school at such a young age in the Tobago's parliament?
Well, it was a very delightful experience. I got to know more about autonomy and what it's about.
Right.
And I just hope that I can do it again sometime.
Of course. When it's nice, you do it twice, right? But what do you see yourself getting into politics in the future?
Well, even though it was a nice experience, I don't think politics is for me.
Right. All right.
So, yeah.
I love the honesty coming from these young people, but the experience was certainly a good one, I hope. Yes? All right. So, Miss Sydney, tell us, what did it feel like for you representing the, at such a young age in the Tobago's parliament?
It was really exciting and very fun. I was a little bit nervous, but it was truly fun and exciting.
All right, but I think you might go up for the Tobago West Side.
Maybe not. I don't know.
You're not sure. At this point, you're enjoying your youthfulness.
Yes.
All right, I understand. And the Honorable Chief Secretary, Ms. Zama, is it Zima or Zama? Zama. She corrected me on the pronunciation of her name, as she should. Right? What did it feel like, being the Chief Secretary? Because the Chief Secretary has been the one in the public space at the forefront of this topical issue of the Tobago autonomy. How did it feel like being that representative and being a part of this debate?
Okay, so I felt privileged because not many young children like me can have an opportunity like this to go out on a public forefront and present a speech, because most young children now, they only want to stay on tablet and phone and watch TikTok and YouTube all day. But this opportunity raised awareness around young Tobagonians like me and everybody here, and it's kind of helped us to grow more into who we are and develop a love for politics. Well, I developed a love for politics and a love for public speaking. And many young children don't know about autonomy. I to be honest, I didn't know what was autonomy. I did not know. I had no clue what was it. But when I stepped into the chamber, I felt that love. I felt that passion for politics. And Mr. Ajay Allen and Miss Dahlia O'Neill and Miss Sophia, they helped us grow into who we are today, help us form and mold our speech into presentable, yes.
Yeah.
So, and I think I might get into politics when I'm older, becoming one of the first female chief secretaries. That's on my bucket list. Yes.
Love it.
So,
love
yes.
I'm gonna shake your hand.
Yes.
I love it. You know, so guys, being in the chamber, right? Miss Chapman just highlighted something I'm sure you all could relate to, being that we didn't know what autonomy was, right? You all didn't know what autonomy was. And I'm sure autonomy before that experience was a boring topic, and so tell me, what part for you, I want to take it from you and go down the road because you highlighted it very well. What was the most, standouting feature of the autonomy issue in your debate? Were you for or against, Miss Sydney?
I was against.
You was against. What were some of your highlights? Some of your points, at least one of your points, comment as to why you think that Tobago should not be granted autonomy.
Well, I didn't say shouldn't, but I'm saying that we're not ready for it yet.
Okay.
Because every day that the boat bringing down supplies that we need to survive on this island.
Right.
So if there's no boat, where we're gonna get the supplies from? Because we can't start straight over from scratch.
I understand.
So I'm saying that we need to try to set up things before we start doing that stuff.
All right.
So you would say I wanted autonomy, but I was just saying that we're not
ready for it. And that's a very good argument to posit. Readiness. We have to question our readiness before we, make strides into achieving our autonomy. But is it your personal view coming from the debate that we are not ready, or do you think that the time is now?
I don't think that we're ready for it yet because we have more situations to be with, such as crime and getting food supplies and our communication.
Okay, all right. That's definitely something that the government, both on the opposite and the majority side, should consider. Yes. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Kaishon. Usually the soul here, the soul meal here this morning, right? Solia, tell me, from you were for or against?
For.
Right. What are some of your points coming from, the autonomy argument? What are some of your points? At least one.
So, one of my points is that we can invest in Tobago contractors, Tobago talent, Tobago skills, and Tobago businesses.
Right. So you think that doing so would make Tobago, put Tobago in a better place, yes? Because as you may or may not know, but all of these things, help Tobago make a lot more revenue, right? And a lot more revenue means that a better standard of living for all of us. Yeah? And hence the reason why the Tobago autonomy may fit very well into your argument, being for Tobago autonomy, and that's really good. That's really good. But what are some of the things about autonomy that you didn't know?
Well, I didn't know that autonomy is about self-governance and about having independence.
Okay. All right.
So that's all I done.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Take it away, ma'am.
Well, one of my points was all Tobago as all heritage or history can be lost by any continued self-government of Tobago by Trinidad owing to its supremacists.
Right.
Saying that yes, we want more identity, yes, we want more self-governance, but we cannot go forward with this plan without being readily prepared.
Alright, so were you for or you're against? Against, okay. So you're speaking about identity, and identity is important in terms of, nationalism and all these kind of things, and people must know who Tobago is. And, just like your colleague here, readiness is important. What are some of the things that coming from this debate that you didn't know that you were really shocked by?
I didn't know that autonomy meant like not fully self-government, not fully like separation.
Okay.
It just meant like getting more authority for yourself. So that was one of the things I stand up.
Yeah, and that's a simple way to put it. That's a very simple way to put it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Miss Kiana? All right, Miss Taylor, go ahead. So my question to you is, you were for, right? For autonomy. What were some of your highlights, your strong points as to why Tobago needed this autonomy thing?
I think that Tobago needs to be more secure. And
so it's because of the high rising crime, and you know, I'm certain that when you were going through your preparation, they spoke about the Tobago House of Assembly Act and some of the powers that we have versus the powers that we don't have. And one of those things that you relate to security was, or is, national security. We cannot command the police force here. We can't, give them or instruct them to have a tailor-made approach for Tobago into ensuring that it is secure from crime and all other elements like drugs and so on coming into the island. So you're right, definitely, the autonomy issue must be focused on security, island security, because if you're not secure, then you can't go to school, right? You made them got a hire car for you everywhere that you go because the elements of crime might be against you. So that definitely is a very, very, very strong point. My last question to you is, what was one thing about the Tobago autonomy, same question that I asked your colleagues, that stood out to you that you were real surprised about?
That.
Well, let me ask you a different question, right? Do you think that the autonomy discussion or the debate was a boring debate? And if not, why do you think that it's an important topic?
So that children our age could learn more about autonomy.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, guys. Listen, I want to congratulate you guys, and I just want to give you guys one opportunity to say thank you to one person who helped you in your preparation, right? And the last thing we're going to do together is go for a break, and you're going to share the live, right? So say thank you one by one. Honorable Chief Secretary, quickly.
Thank you, members of the Tobago Assembly Legislature, for molding us into being who we are today and presenting our speeches. I just want to say a special thank you to Mr. AJ Allen and Mrs. Dahlia O'Neill.
All right. Say thank you to somebody.
I would like to say thank you to all of the House Assembly, but to three specific people actually. Thank you to AJ Allen to help me with my speech. Thank you to Mommy who is helping me practice my speech at home.
Of course, yeah.
And then last but not least, let us thank all the members of Assembly who let us use the chamber.
All right, that's really good. Right, Mr. Grant.
So I want to thank God first and foremost. I want to thank my mother.
Yes, ma'am.
For helping me develop my speech. And especially I want to thank Mr. Ajay, Mrs. O'Neill, and Mrs. I forget the other name.
Sophia.
Miss Sophia.
All right.
I want to thank my teacher for pushing me to step over my limits, and I want to thank the members of the Assembly Chamber for shaping us into the people we are today and for helping us prepare our speech.
All right.
I want to thank my teacher and my mother and the members of the Assembly Legislature.
All right. So guys, thank you very much for being here. We're going to go for a short break, guys. This is the future of Tobago. Thank you so much for gracing me with your presence and, continue in your strides. And for those of you who would have sat common entrance, all the best to you. I want to see you again in next year or the year after in all parliaments, even in the national parliament, positing your debates for Tobago. Yes, and all the best. We're going to go for a quick break. This brings us to the end of this part of the segment. And remember to share the light, share the light, share the light. We'll be right back.
To become a true autonomous entity, we must first look at our ability to overcome our mental and financial dependence on Trinidad. Too many times I hear my chief secretary and her colleagues lament about how they've been wronged by Trinidad. But what point do we as Tobagonians stand strong with our pride and resilience to find a way through or around our challenges?
Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand here not just as a voice for Tobago, but as a beacon for justice, equality, and for all the youths of Tobago. The call for autonomy is not a plea for separation. It is a demand for rightful empowerment within our twin island nation. Tobago's economic potential has stifled for decades under centralized control.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Springs. Contact 49 Swift 4979 438.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning and welcome back to Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates Morning Show. You thought we were through with you. No, we are not. We have one more quite important interview for you this morning, and we're just going to be taking it down a notch with a collected mindset. And yoga is quite a popular activity in the lives of many, ensuring that your mental health, your overall well-being is quite secure. And to have this discussion this morning, we have none other than, let me just get her name correctly, Miss Hannah Rose Alfred. Good morning and welcome. My humblest apologies. The technology is against me this morning.
It's okay.
So it's a pleasure to have you this morning. Yoga. You have been you're a yoga instructor. How long have you been in being a yoga instructor, and why did you get into yoga?
Okay, so I've been practicing for 8 years, and I've been teaching for 5.
Okay.
I got into yoga just out of curiosity, and then once I started practicing, the benefits were undeniable, so I kept going, and eventually I became certified.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So just explain to our viewers, what is yoga? What does it entail? Because there are a lot of misnomers, a lot of misconception about yoga. Just clear up some of those notable ones for us this morning.
Okay, so yoga can be practiced in many different forms. So depending on the yoga teacher, it will be a totally different experience. But the foundation of yoga comes from the East, and it has 8 limbs to it, and it's a holistic practice that is beyond just the physical postures that we've come to know yoga now. There's a lot of breath work, there's a lot of concentration, and ultimately the ultimate purpose of it is to give you a deeper relationship with yourself and with God. That's the purpose, but other than that, there's a lot of physical benefits. It can help to increase your strength, your flexibility, your balance, your general vitality, your self-control and concentration. So there's really a lot of benefits of yoga.
And I'm certain that you have also had some personal experience, because you've been in this for quite some time. For you, what has the experience been like, and for you personally, in terms of health, and wellness?
Okay, so it's made me more aware of myself, so more aware of my body. I'm much more aware of the functionings internally of my body, as well as aware of my mind and what my mind is doing. So self-awareness, as well as just physically releasing a lot of stagnant energy, so I feel more comfortable in my body. I feel more relaxed, like there's less tension. And because of that sensitivity, if I, for instance, have a stressful day or a stressful few days, and I start to feel some tension in my shoulders and
I
stuff,
had some of those last night. I just had to go and sleep.
Right, so you sleep it off, and that's the reset, right? But yoga can also reset it, but remove it permanently, because what actually happens is, as we go through our lives, those little stresses that we get, that we store different places in our body and then sleep it off and then keep going, it actually builds up. It's just that we don't realize that's happening, and then we age and we and then before we know it, we have a lifetime worth of stored up energy that we haven't released. So yoga is about breathing and letting that out.
All right, thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Just listening to that, I felt relieved. No lie.
Yeah.
I'm not even mamagaing you, as we would say here. But you're here to promote a very important event coming on Saturday. Just share some more about that with us.
Details about that.
Yeah.
So this Saturday, the 21st, is going to be International Yoga Day globally. So as an offering to the Tobago community, myself and another yoga teacher, Elspeth Duncan, are going to be having a free session with the public at the Scarborough Library from 9:30 to 11:30, and we welcome everyone to come out. Bring your mats if you have. If you don't, you could bring a towel. We do have a few extra mats, but maybe not for everyone. So yeah, we welcome you to come 9:30 on Saturday at the library. Come and check it out.
All right. And is this the first stint of this?
Yes.
Oh, so it's going to be momentous, right?
Yes.
I am moved to ask, right? Is yoga for all ages?
Yes, it is. But I would say the child has to be old enough to be able to focus for 2 hours.
2 hours.
So maybe from like 12, 13 up. Anything younger than that, I think they might struggle to focus.
I understand. So unfortunately, this brings us to the end of this interview this morning.
Thank you so
Just
much.
before we go, I'm going to give you the opportunity to re-promote the event, the time, place, and what to expect.
Okay, so if you have ever been curious about yoga and you would like to come and check it out for yourself and have a go yourself and see what it's like, we have a free yoga class happening at the Scarborough Library Auditorium from 9:30 to 11:30 on Saturday morning. So bring your mat, your exercise mat or a towel, and come and have a good time.
Yeah. All right. And just remember, guys, it is free. It is free. You know, we Tobagonians love freeness, right? So it is free. It's for your health. It's Saturday morning. I mean, what more can you ask for? So send these kids away, send the husband away, or send the wife away. And just join. The two of you could just join and enjoy a nice free session of yoga. I want to thank you, Mrs. Alfred, for being here with us. It's a pleasure. I hope I would not be able to make it on Saturday, but definitely when you do have a next one, I will come. I will definitely come. I need to relieve some
tension.
Yeah. So thank you very much for being here. And guys, this brings us to the end of Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates Morning Show. My name is Dwayne. You're viewing us here live on Tobago Updates Television. Have a great day. We go over to Good Morning Tobago with Miss Chanel Felix. Enjoy your day and be safe. Remember to share the live, share the live, share the live. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Pertaining to the primary plenary, the training session is to just ensure that the students are aware of what the procedures of the sittings are. That is how they address the chair upon arrival, how it is that they address the chair when they leave, that they are familiar with the standing orders that they need to use, that they are aware of how the sitting flows from the time a motion is moved, from the time a motion is proposed, and from when the question is put and voted upon. But we just want to ensure and to make sure that they feel that the space is safe, that they could have a conversation about a very important topic that is there to Tobagonians in terms of government for Tobago. And this experience would help them in time to come.
This year for them, they had the opportunity to speak with the Chief Secretary, so he was our subject matter expert. So they was able to ask him questions on autonomy, what they think his personal views are on some of those matters. And it was really enlightening for them. So they got to see what OCS looks like, the new Hocho Child's facility there, and so on. So we just edging them or easing them into the procedure. So
right now, my nerves have been calmed. I thought it would have been more nerve-wracking than this, and I'm relieved that it is like that.
It has been very, I would say, new, because I'm not accustomed to this, but I'm getting to know things about the house, and I really enjoy it at this point in time. I will have to pay attention, because when you listen, you will be able to interrupt just in case you realize something is wrong with the opposition.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
The strength of our resilience towards disaster preparedness and the strength of our resilience to the impacts of climate change, while it is grounded in our capacity and our capability in terms of our responsiveness, the resources that are available to us, while it is indicative as well as of our technical capabilities and how we are trained to prepare. But I want to tell you this morning that our resilience is also grounded in the fact and also largely dependent on how much we can collaborate with each other.
But when we look at our landscape, on our inner cities and also our rural communities, they are highly vulnerable to hydrometeorological events. And therefore it's important for these stakeholders, our stakeholders, to understand exactly what is happening with the hydrometeorological impact on our exposure. For example, our coastal community, our slopes, slope failures, fallen trees, or utilities, and what is going on with our infrastructure. And we have seen where funding has become a major issue in terms of rehabilitation and recovery. And therefore, I think it is necessary for all of Tobago to understand the importance, therefore, of resiliency. And this session will allow us to have a true picture as to what is exactly happening, not just the negative, but also how we can merge our resources together.
One of the things that we're looking forward to is having pods in every community so that when a disaster hits, they're not looking at Speyside to get a chainsaw. They would have it within their own community. They'll be able to respond to their own community emergency response. So another thing, as Dario was mentioning, was making sure that we know who are the vulnerable within our community, where is the loose roof that's in our community, so that we know even beforehand how we can address these issues.
I am a returning national. I recently came back to the island, back in April, and I wanted all the information that I could get, really, because I'm worried about what I don't know. And so far, it's a lot. So it really is about the information so that I could be prepared for what is to come. I'm so glad that I'm here, and I've already picked up a few things that I need to actually learn some more about. So I think they're absolutely vital.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
Start to rise, the energy
Good morning, and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates. I am your host, Chanel Felix. I know whenever you see me sitting here, it's because we're about to have those conversations that you want to have while I ask those questions that you want asked. This morning, on a bit of a wet day here in Scarborough, Tobago, we are chatting virtually with Mr. Gerard Llanos. Good morning, and he is an AI specialist and instructor. Good morning, Mr. Llanos, and welcome to Tobago Updates.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you. So, you have been doing a bit of a work as it pertains to AI in law enforcement and security. Give us a bit of an overview on that and some of the work that you have been doing.
All right, thanks for the question. So, we've been working with the Tobago Division of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. So, good morning to Inspector ACP Subero and Senior Superintendent Eli. And in my dealings with them, I have found them to be highly capable, highly intelligent, highly resourceful officers, and Tobago is in excellent hands. We convened our pilot project to bring AI to the day-to-day use in policing. So we started this with our pilot training, which happened at the Tobago IT campus in Signal Hill Thursday last. And the cohort was very excited at all of the practical ways that people can use AI in the course of, just about any job, but especially as it relates to law enforcement and the law enforcement specific use cases that, really the delight in people's eyes was palpable when you could have seen that, this was real to them. This was actual reflection of the work that they did, and that they actually realized that the technology in their pocket, their smartphone, could assist in making Tobago a safer place. So starting with that experience and moving outward with some other activities that would be a little less public facing, we want to see in practice how AI can positively impact safety on the island, as well as the profession of law enforcement, the vocation of law enforcement as a whole.
Excellent. Well, give us a bit of a preview there, or an idea of what some of that implementation of that AI technology into everyday policing on the island can look like. What's an example of that?
To the members of the public, it looks the same but different. So in every job, especially jobs that involve the public, the officers that do it, whether it be any civil servant, they are stressed, they are overworked, they are inundated, because apart from the core things that you and I feel and you and I want to expect out of an experience of an interaction with the police, that they have to focus on. They have to focus on a million administrative duties. They have a lot of tedious and necessary work that they have to go the long way around to do. There are things that, have nothing to do with making you feel safe or comforting you in a vulnerable moment. They may have nothing to do with actually getting out there and solving a crime. They may have nothing to do with the psychological or the intelligence that goes into stemming a crime wave, identifying a perpetrator or the drivers of crime and addressing them. But those little details have to get done, and they take time, they take effort, they take brain power. And I think people underestimate drastically the work that the police service does. When you can put technology to work, you can focus on the things that only humans can do. The individual officer can focus on the things that only humans can do. Though that human relation element, that strategy element, that administrative flair, that actually understanding a problem for what it is and addressing it, AI can potentially, and we have started the process of the police applying it, the police using, the officers knowing how to use the tools and applying them. It can take the busy work out of that and allow people to shine in the area of genius.
Understood. But when we look at a system that is still mostly manual, where you still have a system of writing in books and writing reports by hand using templates that already exist, how useful is AI when a person still has to sit down and fill in a number of these things manually? Or are we moving towards a more technology or digitally driven administrative police system that is integrated with AI?
I want to speak for the police service and not speak for the police service at the same time. The police service, like every other, so let's take it away from the police service for a second. Every profession is affected by the rise of AI and the continued digitalization of our societies globally. If we look at technology application in places that are more advanced than us, we will see that this is well underway. Whether we're talking about military, we're talking about police, we're talking about the civil service, we're talking about healthcare, we're talking about education, we're talking about commerce, we're talking about logistics. Literally everything about our life is being affected. Everything about our life has to upgrade to recognize a more digital, more capable future. So based on that, without me speaking to any way, form, or fashion to what the police has in mind and the time frame that it's going to do it, what I can say is that the police are committed to bringing, and they've articulated it in several ways over the past few years, they are committed to a modernized, effective, and customer service friendly force. And they are taking the steps to get there. So what I suspect this means in the real world, because I am a civilian, and this is a pilot project, I cannot speak for what the police are actually going to do, but inevitably, especially with the type of leadership that we're seeing around the table, and it is excellent, I believe that Trinidad and Tobago are heading towards safer days. And I believe that our executive is going to get us there, and we're going to see a lot more technology integration. A lot has been happening behind the scenes. We're going to see more technology integration. We're going to see modernized approaches to getting administrative work done. And ultimately, we're going to find a police force that is better able to solve crimes, better able to keep peace, better able to engage in cutting-edge community policing, which is really the tip of the spear when it comes to crime fighting, is winning back the hearts and minds of our communities and changing behavior. We have the right people, they are highly trained, and they are now beginning to get the help, technologically and otherwise, to clear their platter of the busy work and really drill into how are they going to get us to the outcome that we want as a country, which is a safe country. I am very confident that we're in safe hands.
Excellent. And I'm happy that you touched on that specifically as it pertains to taking a more people-centric approach and that customer-centric approach to policing, especially at the community level. We've seen the integration of deepfake technology into videos as it pertains to the use of AI. When you look at the police's ability to look at video footage and the ability to tell whether or not it is real or AI enhanced, are you also touching on those type of topics as well?
We're definitely touching on them, but we're also putting them in context. So I believe that, because I've been hearing it a lot on the island, that people are very concerned that we live in a world where you can no longer trust your eyes. If you can see it on a screen, you are not 100% sure where it came from or its veracity, etc. And the technology is only getting more insane. Last week, I was singing the praises of Google Veo 3, which is a video creation model that's available on Google that is insane. And if you are scrolling through TikTok, you're actually seeing a lot of VO3 work. And just when I was settling in to say that VO3 is the most amazing video creation model I've ever seen, Chinese firms dropped 2 video creation models that are twice as good. So we are eventually going to get to the stage where anything could be faked. But we also have to understand that in the context of surveillance, let's just talk security for a second. In the context of surveillance, running back the tape has been irrelevant even before AI. AI can review security footage in real time, activate countermeasures in real time, search sometimes weeks of footage with no human input to find the exact frame that something happened. So, in the context of security, what we have is a situation where we are not properly utilizing the technology that's already there. Technology that, frankly, is old at this stage. It's not even new technology. So I believe that, and this is what our role at GNC Labs is. We are GNCLabs.training. And part of our job is we are consultancy and we're a training provider. We create training experiences and we do adoption consulting for different institutions. But a big part of our work is stimulating conversation. A big part of our work is mobilizing community stakeholders. I just want to say good morning to Mr. Whitlock at Keys Studios. He's created a fantastic platform with the Tobago XAI event this Saturday. And we are so grateful to him for allowing us to share his platform and add our viewpoint to some of those things that would be said in the panel discussion, and even add our voice to some of the training elements of what we're doing. But that event is all Keys Studios. It's an indigenously Tobago, yet globally relevant AI education event. Kudos to Keys Studios. I am sure that people will be pounding down the door from all over the Caribbean and perhaps internationally to replicate the Tobago X methodology in different parts of the world. And that is what we see as wins, that we are now mobilizing different stakeholders in different spaces to take this seriously, because the minute we start to take it seriously, I, as an AI expert, I'm out of a job, because everybody will be able to take their own spin on how we use technology to bring their genius to life.
Excellent. And Mr. Llanos, we're just going to take a quick break right here and we'll be back with much more on this conversation. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning as the passion start to rise. The energy fill the skies. I say, this Labor Day, June 19th, API Music and Timeless Vibes Promotions kicks off Tobago Jazz Music and Golf Weekend 2025 with Plymouth Love, featuring Jazz at Dawn, 6:30 a.m. till noon, with Franz Job, Prince Unique, and much more.
Then kicking it old school,
6 p.m. to midnight, featuring Oscar B, Andre J. Donowa, Joe Archer, and a very special guest, K. Alan Maloney, all at Plymouth Tennis Court Car Park. This entire celebration is in support of K's medical expenses. Just $200 per event, or experience both events for only $300. Tickets are available at Barcode, Nanandes Bar, and Island E-Tickets. Events supported by Frankie Tours, Bermuda's Biscuits, Tobago Updates, Street 91.9, Radio Toco, Stone Tower Studio, Eye for Design, and Click. Plymouth Love, one community, sunrise to sunset.
Dance Ensemble Tobago presents our signature event, Tobago Dance Sport Championship and Dancing with the Caribbean Stars. Lights, cameras, dance on 12th edition on Saturday the 12th of July, 5 p.m. The Shore Park Cultural Complex Auditorium. See our dancers, all ages, compete in waltz, jive, rumba, salsa, mambo, and much more. Our Dancing with the Caribbean Stars. Who will take home the Mirror Ball Trophy? Mrs. Takiana Ned Augustine, the wife of the Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly. Miss Lynette Louis, vocalist entertainer. Mrs. Cassandra Thompson Forbes, journalist and Tobago correspondent. Mr. Javon Carrington, founder and head trainer of Dosfit Studios. And Mr. Julian Skeet, administrator and former TV host. After show, dance party with DJ Santa out of Trinidad. Early bird tickets, adults $200, children $75, and general tickets, adults $250 and children $100. Get your early bird tickets now from Dance Ensemble members, D&D Jewelers at Tobago United Cooperative, Milford the 24 gas station in Canaan, and the Shore Park Cultural Complex box office. For more information, you call 772-9049 and 340-5758. You can't miss this one.
Hair goals, we've got them. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy for queens who know exactly what they want.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power, we are people in the sun. We are beaches, we are rivers, we are melanated ones. We special and there is no denying Tobago is number one.
Good morning, and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates. I have been chatting with Mr. Llanos, who is an AI specialist and instructor. Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago. Now, you spoke about what's happening on Saturday as it pertains to Tobago X. Are you going to be a part of those discussions? You are going to be presenting on Saturday?
Yes, we are going to be part of the panel discussion, and we would help coach some of the breakout sessions that will lead to the final presentation. So that is something that we're very happy to have had some collaboration on. We take no credit for it, however. It is all the work of Mr. Whitlock and his team, but we are happy to share their platform and to assist, and also to point out that this is absolutely an example of an indigenous Tobago business making a mark on the global scene. Because this particular type of event, I am well connected in the global AI scene, and I've never encountered an event like this before. And some of my international people are looking on with great interest. I want to encourage not only Mr. Whitlock, but anybody else who has a very specific and very special slant on how they can bring AI into their work and their contribution to the world, to look for ways and means to find a way to export those services.
Excellent. And even as it pertains to how AI is integrated at the level of the THA, have you had those discussions in terms of having more seminars and, just bringing more enlightenment into those areas?
Without speaking too loudly or prematurely, I would tell you that there are several stakeholders within the THA environment who are taking whatever we have to, who are taking what.
All right, we seem to have an interruption there.
I'm back, hello.
All right.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you for joining us again, Mr. Llanos.
I said that the THA is accepting our conversations and are looking for ways to work with AI on the whole, and hopefully with us as well.
Excellent. And even as we wrap up this morning's discussion, is there anything that you want to say to our audience this morning before we go?
AI is for everyone. AI is not a secret. AI is not something for very technical people. It's not only for the very educated or the very elite among us. It is an opportunity for everybody who has a phone to learn anything, to do anything, and to up the contribution that they can make to Tobago, to Trinidad and Tobago, and to the Caribbean, and to the world with their life and their skills and their passion. And I encourage everybody not to be afraid of the tool. Become very familiar with it. It's on your phone. Please go to Google Assistant on your phone. Go to Siri if you're an Apple user. Go to Gemini in your browser and just play with it. Because all of the information to learn and to apply AI is already there. And then you can see us for advanced help. Please look out for our classes and our workshops coming up soon. And please do not be afraid of the future that is powered by technology. It is the path to you living the life that you want to live.
Excellent. We want to thank you so much for your time this morning, Mr. Gerard Llanos and your entire team. And we look forward to hearing more from you and those seminars that you would be conducting here on the island of Tobago. Guys, we're going to take a brief break and we'll be back with much more conversation. And as we return, we are talking about Plymouth Love. See you soon.
The energy fill the skies. I say thanks a favor to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong.
Hello, New York. Are you ready to celebrate the essence of Crusoe land and the culture of Tobago? Well, get ready for Tobago Day in New York City, hosted by the Tobago Empowerment and Alliance Mission, Sunday, August 17th, 2025, Nazareth High School Courtyard, 475 East 57th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 12 noon to 8 p.m. We bring the Tobago vibes to the Big Apple. Live music, Tobago food, cultural performances, and family fun. So bring Tanty, Granny, the uncle, uncle. Invite the whole neighborhood. Just bring everybody and bring your significant other too. Come celebrate Tobago Day in New York City, Sunday, August 17th, Nazareth High School courtyard. But I forget to tell all you, it's our 10th anniversary celebration. For more information, call 929-327-7857 or check Team's Facebook and Instagram pages, Team Tobago Day.
Tobago, this is your chance to lock in the brunch experience of the summer. Sun up.
Real bad girl, get nasty.
The brunch inclusive edition, the ultimate party in the East, where vibrant flavors, refreshing cocktails, and electrifying vibes collide. It's happening on Saturday, July 5th from 3 p.m. at Deltec Compound, Argyle. Bring your coolers, bring your crew, and brunch, sip, and vibe in style. This is the flavorful escape you've been waiting for. Grab your tickets now at Barcode, Pablo Supermarket, Lost Restaurant and Lounge, Deltec Compound, and committee members. Sun up! It's more than a brunch, it's an experience. Tobago. This Labor Day, June 19th, API Music and Timeless Vibes Promotions kicks off Tobago Jazz Music and Golf Weekend 2025 with Plymouth Love, featuring Jazz at Dawn, 6:30 a.m. till noon, with Franz Job, Prince Unique, and much more. Then kicking it old school, 6 p.m. to midnight, featuring Oscar B, Andre J. Donowa, Joe Archer, and a very special guest, K. Alan Maloney, all at Plymouth Tennis Court Car Park. This entire celebration is in support of K's medical expenses. Just $200 per event, or experience both events for only $300. Tickets are available at Barcode, Nanandez Bar, and Island E-Tickets. Events supported by Frankie Tours, Bermuda's Biscuits, Tobago Updates, Street 91.9, Radio Toco, Stone Tower Studio, Eye for Design, and Click. Plymouth Love, one community, sunrise to sunset.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago. As you have seen on our screen there this morning, we're chatting about Plymouth Love, and we're chatting with Avery Seaton. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Tobago.
Thank you and welcome. Good morning Tobago, good morning Trinidad, good morning everyone.
Good morning, Avery, and tell us a bit about this Tobago Jazz Experience Weekend that's happening in Plymouth, and tell us about Plymouth Love.
All right. Plymouth Love was birthed in a beautiful way. Every year we do our breakfast jazz in Plymouth, and this year we met a young lady called Colette Haynes, who is doing something called Kick It Old School. And when she told us about her event and she told us what is going on, we said, hey, we can make this one thing. And then we saw it for a purpose. And he told me about Kay Allen and her situation. And I said, no, this can't be. We need to do something for Kay. We need to do something for our artists. We need to do something for our community. And we said, listen, we are in Plymouth. Plymouth is the home of jazz to me. So let's go. Plymouth Love, one community, one people, one movement. And that's what Plymouth Love is about. Plymouth Love is a benefit event that will support artists and support society. So this year, our first initiative this year is going to be for Kay Allen, is to support Kay Allen for her medication She's one of our own sister on the island here who did a lot of work. So she need to be supported. So next year, this is going to be Plymouth Love. We're going to go to maybe the Blind Society. We're going to do, but it's about one community, one love, one drive.
Excellent. And this event is being kickstarted tomorrow, the 19th of June. Tell us a bit about the time and where persons, again, we saw that there are tickets available at Barcode. Can persons also get tickets at the venue?
For sure. We are open. We are open. Remember, this is a benefit. We are open. It's why we keep the ticket at $200, because we know how the economy is. Things is tough. So at least you can find that $200 and support. Right? You can take that barcode at the door. The event start at Jazz at dawn. The breakfast will start from 6:30 between 6:30 to noon in the day. Right, where you come in, you have your breakfast, you enjoy the nice thing, and the venue is beautiful. It's overlooking the Northern Sea, so you have a nice view of the ocean, and you get the ocean breeze. Watch some good music from Garden Night, from Franz Job. We have the pioneers, Mr. Ryan McKellar. Every day we have Jackie and the Reed sisters every day performing for you. And when they're not finished, you get a breather, a nice little breathing space, and you come back in the afternoon time from 6 o'clock to midnight. The old school vibes with DJ Showtime. You have Oscar B, you have John Archer, we have the violinist, Mr. What's his name? I don't forget anybody's name. Yeah, Andre J. Donowa. Right? And it's a beautiful evening with good music, good vibe, and good community spirit.
Right. How important is it for persons to come out and really support this event in its entirety, all the days from the 19th go right up to the 22nd, to ensure that as Tobagonians, as members of the the artist community and the art form on the island, that they rally around one of Tobago's very own during this time?
Man, it is very important. It's very important for us to recognize our own. For many years, I've been on this station. I've been on many stations, and to pick up this is my home. Love your own. It's important to love your own. Support your people. We always go outside and support all the other artists that's coming in. We spend thousands of dollars and support all the artists, Jamaican artists. I have no problem with Jamaica. And the artists, all artists is good artists, but it's your own. It always starts from home. Everything starts from home. So it is very important for you guys to come out and support. Show on that day, show care that we care. We do care, and that's all about Tobago. We care.
Excellent.
Love
And even as we wrap up, and we encourage Tobagonians to come out and be a part of Plymouth Love and view all those amazing local acts. Do you want to highlight some of your sponsors and partners for this event?
Oh yeah, we can't leave out Bermudas every year. Bermudas. We have Eye for Design, who's offering us flowers for cake. We have Nal and there's Bar. We have Click. The list of sponsors go on. We can't leave out, Barcode, who's supporting us. We have Tobago Updates, who are with us all the way. So we want to thank you, Tobago Updates, because every time you answer the call, you always take care of us, and we thank you.
Excellent. Well, we want to thank you so much for even putting on this event and partnering, seeing the importance of rallying around one of Tobago's very own. And we want to remind Tobagonians that this is happening, or anyone who is on the island, for that matter, that this is happening from tomorrow. That's Plymouth Love, and we have Jazz at Dawn. That's at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow. That's Jazz and Breakfast. Confirm.
Yeah, Jazz and Breakfast.
Excellent. So it's an excellent opportunity to kickstart your long weekend on the island of Tobago. If you know anyone that has decided to spend this time on the island and they're looking for something to do, something to engaging, something that's fun, practical, and gives a bit of an insight into who we are as Tobago and Tobago's culture, this is an excellent opportunity for them to have some fun while being here at an excellent price point. As he indicated, tomorrow it's only $200, and if you want to attend the other event in the evening, it's going to be $300 for both.
Yeah, for both. Because it's first you got a GD ticket for 200. You get the old school ticket for 200. But if you have the stamina and you really want to support and love your own, we got the sunrise to sunset tickets at $300. So you just come in. We need to see you there.
Excellent. Well, we want to thank you again, and we wish you all the best and all the success with this event. Guys, we want to thank you so much for being a part of this morning's discussions. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your comments, and all that you have been doing and continue to do to make Tobago Updates the #1 broadcaster here on the island of Tobago. Again, I am Chanel Felix, and have a great day.
Thank you.